Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the AFK podcast episode. I
35,
can't remember.
I think.
30
35.
summit.
We don't check that.
I don't know.
I think
We're in the 30s,
35.
that's all that matters. Anyway,
Yeah.
today we have some really, really good news, some first-hand news, in fact, that both myself and Nathan, have, we actually
Not
went
me.
to yesterday, which we will open straight away
Yeah,
with
but
it. The
well, we're
Switch
gonna open
2.
with it. I thought we were gonna go into the news and then
I
dive
thought you
into
said,
it.
you literally said we're opening with the main topic when I joined.
Oh, okay then. Switch to.
You're a fucking
Let
retard,
me pull up my
mate.
notes then because I did not have them up.
Brother,
So
you
yeah.
literally said when I joined. Okay, we'll just open with the big news.
All right. Well, Switch 2 hands-on experience in
Yep.
London. We did that
hmm
yesterday on my
Yep,
birthday.
we went down to London yesterday for Nathan's birthday as well.
Wow.
It was also my first time in London.
hmm
And yeah, we got the Nintendo Switch 2 experience, mainly queuing in lines, but other than that, we got to try out some pretty interesting games.
I mean, there was a lot more games. We only tried out 4, but there was
Yeah,
I
it
actually don't remember. But we'll talk about the games that we played.
was 18 games total.
Yes, it was 18. There we go.
Yeah.
But obviously the
So I
first
guess we
games
should
we played,
just start things off with Mario Kart World.
docked and handheld, we played
hmm
this in.
Yep, we have played
So,
both. The first one we played was on the docked version. We both had a controller each.
mhm.
And we competed against each other. I obviously destroyed Nathan, first place obviously.
Yeah,
Do not ask for any confirmations or
I actually don't
images,
remember
but
where it was,
no, I got like sixth. You got second.
but yeah, I really liked it. I would also
Yeah,
like to
no, it was
preface that
really
we were
fun.
playing 100cc and auto steering was on, which
hmm
was a bit annoying. I would prefer they didn't do it, but
It's like
it's
accessibility.
okay. Yeah,
Not everyone's like a nerd like you, bro.
I mean, but it's an internet, so it's like I prefer you wouldn't have this on, but I can see why.
I was there and I don't play, bro.
So,
I
but
am literally, I am literally a walking
yeah,
example of the reason.
it was
It
really
was
fun.
still fun though. We were allowed to check out the game and how it ran, which it ran really well. Definitely above 60 FPS. I couldn't tell you what the exact frame
I
rate was. There's
think
no FPS counts, obviously.
I know in some of the marketing they say I think can it 125 FPS? I don't remember.
Probably.
I think it's Mario Kart World that can run at 120,
Yeah.
but I might be wrong on that. So,
You know, visually as well, it just looked really nice. The lighting was great.
hmm,
The obviously the textures was like really high resolution as well, which was nice.
yeah.
And overall, yeah, it was just a really good experience. And one thing that I'm really happy about is even though it's open world, it still kept a lot of verticality. I was saying when we were playing.
Well, in the races, we didn't get to try the open.
Yeah,
We only tried. So they
but the
had
races are part of the open
the
world.
Grand Prix where we did one race and then
Yeah.
ended, and then there was the knockout thing which we didn't get to play. That's like the new
Mhm.
battle royale game mode. But
Yeah. You just do cheers every
yeah, everyone was just
like 10
cheering,
minutes.
but we didn't get to play that one. But the Grand
Yeah,
Prix
no.
mode, yeah,
hmm
the course. I think it was a. It was. I think. I know people are having a lot of issues with Mario Kart World with the fact that people just think, oh, it's just like a straight line. It's not going round and round or something.
No.
But I think it was kind of just not a straight line, but not the
No, they're
three
all
lap kind of preset which like other Mario Kart games have. Which, I mean, hey,
yeah.
what's wrong with trying something new? So and
hmm
it's fun.
Not to mention it was, as I guess say, there's a lot to it, like a lot of variety to the actual tracks themselves as well, which is really nice.
Yeah, there's like weather
So I
now
was
and
worried
stuff.
yeah, I was worried they'd be a lot more simplified with the fact it being open world.
hmm
But yeah, no, it still feels like any other Mario Kart track, which is a really good thing.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what the open world's like. I'm not surprised that
Yeah.
we didn't see it. I mean, the open world is there's not really anything in the races itself. It's more just
hmm
obviously you finish the race and then you drive to
The
where
next
the
location.
next location is, which I don't think we did.
No, we didn't get a chance to, which is unfortunate. I would have
Yeah.
really enjoyed testing the performance of the open world.
But I think that's more in the knockout tour, which we didn't do.
Yeah,
So
and even I doubt you would have got to try much of it.
When it comes out, you should do like a unpacking unboxing type video, Nathan, and then give it a good test.
maybe. But
Yeah, now
yeah,
we'll see.
I like. I love how expressive it all feels.
Mhm.
I love the ways the cards kind of drift. They look really much more animated in person. There's so much more
Yeah,
personality in this one, which comparing it to A Deluxe, A Deluxe feels kind of lifeless compared to it,
sorry
which
about
is hey, that makes this one hopefully worth it. Maybe not 80 quid, but
Oh yeah, definitely not 80 quid.
yeah, in docked mode it looks great. Handheld mode it looks basically the exact same. And this was
Mhm.
where we mainly got to feel the console because we missed out on doing the kind of the magnets and stuff, so we don't know what that's like. But the
Yeah.
console itself, it's not as heavy as I thought. I would have thought
Yeah, it's
with all
like
this new
light but not
tech,
too.
it's
It's like
definitely
light but
heavier.
not too light.
But yeah,
I prefer my
and
handheld to be a bit weighty.
the joysticks feel nice.
Mhm.
The buttons are it just feels nice. It feels high tech and it's bigger, but it's still the same kind of width, which we'll get into when we
Yeah,
talk about
absolutely.
Metro Prime 4 with the
Mhm.
width of the console. But yeah, I like it. The console itself. I kind of wish we did get
Mhm.
to do the magnets and stuff to test what the Joy-Cons
Yeah.
actually feel like.
We did also get to check out the character selection and the kart selection
Mm.
for Mario Kart World as well. There's not as many characters as I was expecting,
But
but
we
I
are
feel
playing it
like
now.
they'll
they
add
each had their
more.
own
Yeah,
variants,
like Isaac
though.
said, we'll probably add
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
more because it
we'll
is
probably
just
get a
a
lot
demo.
more.
Or maybe you unlock them
Mhm.
because I think you unlocked a character, Daniel.
Did I?
When
I have
you
no clue what that
transformed,
was.
some like a little icon came up and it
Yeah,
named what the thing was. So I think you
yeah, I
unlocked a
had like a little
character.
name, and then my head changed to it for like
So
15 seconds, but I had no idea if that was an item or what.
because I remember Saf there was like, "Whoa, you look kind of confused." I don't think he'd seen it yet.
Yeah,
So I'm guessing you unlocked a character at that moment. I'm not sure,
possibly.
but
Maybe I've done something that they weren't expecting.
yeah.
I've done that twice in this whole expo, so.
What were you gonna say, Isaac? You were gonna say something, but you stopped.
No, I didn't.
Ah, I thought you were gonna say
Yeah,
some more.
Nathan, you're hearing
Yeah.
things.
Really fun. I'm very excited for it.
Mhm. And then the next game we played is a personal favorite of mine, if you couldn't tell. We played the Cyberpunk 2077 Switch Edition, or Switch 2 Edition.
Yeah, we played this
And
in quality
honestly,
mode. Daniel was in handheld. I was
mhm,
in docked. We should say
yeah.
which versions we were on just then.
So I was on a
Yeah.
1080, you were on the, well, it would have been 720p upscaled, but, and then you played the 4K version, which probably was 1080p upscaled.
I don't know. Well, also, so it's going round. I don't know. We don't know how old this build is, but it's rumored to be a 7-week-old build. You can
Yeah.
tell,
So this
especially
isn't
for
even
me.
like the release version yet,
Mm,
which obviously that makes sense. We're not going to get a release version for a while. They'll
yeah.
still be polishing things up and down.
But yeah,
But yeah,
we'll let you
so
talk about
if it,
performance first for handheld mode.
yeah, no, honestly, it's you can tell it's like kind of your 30s, 40s kind of frame rate. It's not your like smooth 60, but
Mm,
that's fine considering the game it is running on a handheld. Like it's pretty much roughly accurate to the Steam Deck performance, which is a big accomplishment in my opinion.
yeah.
And yeah, no, I was still able to play and run around. I don't know what difficulty we were on.
I don't know.
I didn't get to check settings.
We might have been
And
on. I don't know because as soon as I loaded in, I started killing loads of people.
yeah, I'd assume it.
But
I'm trying to
maybe on
think
that.
based on the mechs. But honestly, I've been playing modded for like my last playthrough, so I couldn't tell you how much health they normally have in very hard and normal.
Mm,
I'd assume it'd be like on either normal or hard, because like hard to me is kind of like the canonic difficulty, but normal was probably what they chose for accessibility.
yeah.
Probably.
But yeah, also wasn't on the build I usually play, but even then I was still able to run around like frame rate and almost didn't like no, let me bloody get English in my head. It didn't affect me in the slightest in terms of my ability to play the game.
Mm,
And it still looks really, really good. There were a few visual bugs here and there with lighting. Occasionally, like, there was like one case where it didn't keep up, so I just kind of saw a wall which had like a gap from where I'd moved from a light on my screen.
mm.
But that was pretty much it. And as I say, this isn't the final version, and we were on quality mode. And then there was one little bug where I clipped through a like blown up car asset.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, that bug's happened to me in the main game as well, so
Cause yeah, the
it
version
is
I
really,
played
really.
on. Sorry.
I'll let you go now.
So it was the performance was not great. When you were driving in third person mode, it was chugging along. And obviously, it's kind of hard to talk about because it's obviously it's not a it's quite an early build, but it's kind of talk about the thing with a massive boulder in the way of the performance. That's not the best. So I'm sure they'll fix it. This game comes out in June, um, but when you were in a cutscene, I was in the cutscene with a car with some character. His model
Hmm.
looks really good. It's very high
Hmm.
detailed. So like there are bits when the game looks really good. They just need to iron out that performance because it was really bad.
Yeah,
You know
it's
when you
also
were
again worth
playing,
mentioning.
Yeah, when I was playing.
did you do any sexy time?
No.
We were not in an area which you could do that.
Oh, that's a
Um,
shame.
I kind of like drove around. I got into some combat to try and see the performance there. It was
Mhm.
again when I first got into combat, it was really bad. Obviously, when
Worth
explosions happened, it
mentioning
was
again,
bad.
this is the docked version.
Yeah. Um, but then once it kind of got used to me being in a gunfight, it would kind of stabilize a little bit.
Yeah.
But and there was a lot of like pop in with some like the lighting or some assets and stuff. But I think because I was in third person mode and has to render everything around me so fast because I was in a car, you could tell it was struggling a bit to keep up.
Yeah.
So again,
I think the overall summary is the actual
handheld
handheld
mode
one,
is good.
performance is fine. The docked
Doc.
version, maybe not so much. But that also requires you to have a 4K monitor or TV.
Mhm.
So we've yet to touch. We don't actually have any idea about the 1440p or just regular 1080p and docked.
Mm.
So I'm assuming it'll be the resolution, which is the big factor there.
And you also spoke to us because CDPR. There were some people there, and
Hmm.
you spoke to them.
Yeah, we had two
Um,
representatives there, and I got to speak to them about it. And they talked about some features such as motion controls, which neither of us got to try. I don't think there was an exhibit for it.
no.
But the motion controls will be where you can use the Joy-Cons to shoot your guns, swing your swords, like physically swing. So I think a swing to the side is a light attack, a swing from above is a heavy.
Mm.
That's pretty good.
Apparently, you'll also be able to use the heals, so I'm assuming you just like either move it to your chest or to your mouth.
Mm.
I'm not quite sure, seeing as those are two separate healing items. I'm assuming you also be able to throw grenades. What else could you do? I don't know if it'd have any effect on things like your operating system in the game, but yeah, it does sound really cool, and it is a shame I didn't get to try it out. There's so many questions I do want to ask them, but I was just so nervous in the moment I didn't really get to ask.
Mm.
But we can definitely confirm that the game will all be on the card. Like, I have verbal confirmation of that. All 64 gigs are stored on the card, so you own your game when you buy it.
Mm. Which is good because Nintendo is not doing that. This time. The game does
Yeah.
not own. You're not on the card anymore. You own a key, and we'll get into
Mhm.
something that a company is doing in a short while with
Yeah, but good old
not owning
CDPR,
games.
they're here for the player base. I just wish I'd remembered to ask them if they could give me any like teaser for what could be coming up for the future of the game.
Mm. Yeah.
But yeah, and that kind of covers Cyberpunk.
Trying to think of what else. Oh, I also played on the new Pro controller too.
Hmm.
Which yeah feels like the Pro controller, the first one. So
I didn't get to try out a Pro
I've not
controller.
played with mine in a while, so I don't remember how different it is. But it just feels the exact same. So
Hmm.
and then we played afterwards. We played Donkey Kong Bonanza. Again, this was in
Hmm.
docked mode.
Yeah,
I played. I don't. Daniel doesn't remember what kind of
I remember
controller.
now.
Oh,
I played holding separate
okay. So
Joy
we played the
Cons.
exact same.
Yeah.
So with this one, it was two. We played two different stages. We had the mines, which was kind
Mhm.
of like a tutorial
Tutorial. Yeah.
where it kind of showed you what to do, and then
Hmm.
you then left the area and went to like a full open area, kind of like Mario Odyssey, or Astrobot, where you could kind of run around, break everything,
Yeah.
and
A lot
find
of destruction
secrets,
physics.
which were bananas, which are basically like the moons or the bots from like Mario Odyssey, Astrobot, and yeah, I really enjoyed this
Those
one,
secrets and platforms. It was really fun.
and the performance not the best, but obviously, hopefully
Dipped quite a
they'll
lot.
fix it when it releases in July. So
Hmm.
this obviously isn't a launch title, but
Yeah, they've got like all 3 weeks to make the polished build.
yeah, this one was really fun. Um,
Mhm. It
I
is a
loved.
little concerning that the first area had quite a lot of dips. So I think the
Oh, in the
last game I played with
mines.
that was,
Yeah, I had a few dips in there.
even then the second stage as well, that's like early game.
Yeah.
So it just like makes me think back to Jedi Survivor,
Hmm.
where Kobo and what's it called? Coruscant were some of the worst performing locations.
But
But yeah,
it was fun.
But the gameplay itself was really fun, coming as from someone whose first Donkey Kong game was played an hour before the experience.
Yeah. Donkey
As we
Kong
were
Country
getting on the train.
Returns HT.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Nathan rage quit.
it's a really cool reboot with kind of the action
Mhm.
gameplay. I
It's been a
love
long time.
because in this one, if you've not seen the trailers, you can pick up like the floor and you can ride
Yeah,
around on it, and it's so much fun.
it's so much fun.
You
Yeah.
can climb anywhere like Breath of the Wild. There's a lot of freedom in this game.
Did you try riding around on one of the explosive rocks?
I didn't actually.
Oh,
I will say
big boom.
sometimes it was a bit weird with
Love throwing it.
if I was picking up the floor, I couldn't really tell because sometimes DK would pick it up immediately and sometimes he wouldn't.
Mhm.
There was not really a kind
Yeah.
of I kept like pressing it once and he wouldn't pick it up. I thought that's kind of weird, but then sometimes I do it and
Mhm.
he would. So
Yeah, the registration
bit
for some
weird
of the
for that.
environment isn't the best. But
But
that's
yeah,
to be expected when it's an entirely destructible environment. Like
but it looks amazing. I
figuring
love the way
that
it
out,
looks.
making sure you keep it low poly for the device performance.
Mm,
This is still a Switch 2.
yeah,
Like
they do
destruction.
also say
I'm so
motion controls.
surprised for that choice of destruction physics.
Yeah, they said motion
I
controls.
also found Cranky Kong, which was
I didn't find it cranky.
fun.
I kind of
Apparently,
just
he
did
was
loads of
the
side
hidden
stuff.
character in that level.
But yeah, it was really fun. I really liked it. The outside was gorgeous, and then I would have liked to try the motion controls, but I didn't want to because I don't like motion
Oh, with the
controls.
motion controls?
Yeah, you could like punch for
Oh,
DK and
I
stuff.
didn't get told about that.
That's what she was like. Oh yeah, you can do motion. I thought that's cool, but I didn't want to try that.
You know, the
I'm not
staff
a motion
member on
controls
mine
guy,
didn't tell me that.
so
I also tried to ask if it was the Odyssey team, but
I
she
also tried
said
to
she didn't
ask,
know.
and yeah, she said the exact same thing. She said I don't know. I was like okay. It's
She said
obvious
she
it
wouldn't be
is though.
surprised. She
It
said she
clearly
wouldn't be
is.
surprised.
Mhm. But
They're both really good games. But
and
you
then
know, very positive experience as a non-Donkey Kong fan.
we played this little game. It's been in
Well, not
development
with
for a
hate
few years. It's called Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
hmm
Oh, it's a docked mode, the Nintendo Switch 2 version. Guess how many frames, Isaac?
40,
Nope. Up. Give me more.
Triple it.
60,
Give me more.
pencil.
Thanks. 120
Hang on.
frames. Not even Starfield can run at that.
hmm
And that
That's
is
like
made for a console that
quadruple what
is the sale
Starfield can run.
point, was that it could hit 120 frames.
hmm
And it looks
All that
amazing.
hardware and they don't utilize it in the slightest.
Exactly. Like the cutscenes, oh my god, they were gorgeous.
It was a really fun game as a, again, non-Metroid fan. Like,
So
I've never played a
obviously,
Metroid game.
this one we got to try the mouse controls with the which
hmm
I liked
I had a
them.
much better experience, I think.
I think the issue is just kind of getting used to that Joy-Con because it's very thin, and I play with a claw, and they were like, oh, she said to me, oh yeah, so for the face buttons use your thumb. I said okay, but I immediately go to use my index finger to press the buttons, which feels really weird because it's angled. So
You know,
it's odd. I'm sure you'll get used to it the more you play it, but
yeah, I got used to it in
yeah.
about 5 minutes, somewhere within that time frame. I
Mhm.
just kind of, once I actually started getting involved in the combat and stuff, like, it just kind of came to me naturally.
But yeah,
And I also apparently cleared that level, like, super fast.
mhm.
So I'll take that.
But with the mouse controls it applies. So we did a boss fight where
hmm
and the precision with the mouse was great. There was
hmm
a bit where you can learn to kind of pull items towards you.
Yeah, with the
Um,
hold charge.
did you talk to the person there? There's a character you can talk to there.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Yeah, I think I was like one of the only people to do it. There's like a character he kind of like says, "Oh, sorry, Samus, I tried my best." I was like, "Ah, that's nice." So
Apparently,
no
I
NPC
was
there.
one of the few players which knew you could shoot the orbs that the boss shot.
Oh
The
yeah, I
ones that he
didn't get
shoots
into
at
that.
you.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
I'll take that.
yeah, it looks amazing. The
It did.
frame rate is great.
Incredibly stable, 120.
Mm. And
That's
yeah,
it.
hopefully
Game
they
feel and game design is also really good.
and the combat and yeah, the gameplay is also really good.
Yeah,
So hopefully they
very
can
intuitive.
carries on into the full game.
Yeah,
So 8 years it's been, and
8 years.
yeah, this game
Did
was
not know that.
announced 8 years ago.
God damn.
So and it's finally here, and it is very good, very promising, we'll say. But I
And how
think
much it'll cost?
personally, I think it's 70, I believe. I might be wrong on that though. But I think out of everything, that was my favorite one we tried out.
I mean, you
Um,
already know my favorite one.
mm, yeah.
But no, it was definitely like I think my second favorite one I tried there. So the mouse control really did feel nice.
Hmm. I think my least favorite one
I
was probably
also like
Mario
the
Kart.
lock on with
Actually.
the free aim.
Oh yeah.
That was like a really cool shooting mechanic.
Hmm.
Like kind of like it's a weird blend of like modern and arcade.
Hmm. Because it was very like on the rails kind of shooter. It felt like with the mouse controls, where you can kind of you look in one direction, but you can aim anywhere. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. Would you say this has made you lean more towards buying a Switch 2?
I mean, I've always said I'd buy one, just not anytime soon. I still have to like pay all my money back for the PC I got,
Hmm.
and then I need the disposable income to buy a Switch 2. So it's still probably a year off probably until I end up getting one, which will probably be cheaper by then as well.
Hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a very fun console to use, and it's a big step up in the handheld department.
Hmm. Yeah, I think hopefully we have a banger on our hands. I think Mario Kart World was not my least favorite. I think Cyberpunk was my least favorite one that I played, but I just wish we. I mean, maybe if we played the what's it, the Battle Royale one, maybe I would enjoy Mario Kart World more. I think just the fact that because we were locked in like assisted settings, it's just like I feel chained. Release me.
I did not
But
mind because I don't own Mario Kart, so I would not be able to compete, and I was intimidated anyway by everyone there.
yeah, I really enjoyed it. And hey,
You're forgetting the best part, Nathan. The goodies that we got, the goodie bag.
oh yeah, we got a goodie bag.
Everything
Do you know?
Nintendo
Have you seen
Switch
this,
2
Isaac?
branded. Oh, I'll get my camera on for Isaac.
Isaac,
Right.
you even here?
Isaac,
I'm
you're
here.
live.
So we got
Right.
a goodie bag. Um,
So here's the goodie bag,
Yep.
Isaac. It's a Nintendo Switch 2 bag.
we got a Nintendo Switch 2 tote bag.
Where's this goodie bag?
hmm
We got
And
Oh,
then,
your camera's on.
yeah,
I can
right, yeah, it would
It's
help if
not
you actually
loading.
looked.
we got a
I
poster
was on the discussion.
which has a
Hold on, I can't see it. Let me leave and
Close
rejoin.
whatever his internet is.
technical
Abysmal.
difficulties. Oh, my foot started to cramp up then. Ow, that really hurt. Is he going back?
Hold on. Yeah. I have never seen a man with more abysmal internet in my life.
You there, Isaac?
You
Yeah,
there?
now I can
Yeah,
see him.
there we go.
Right, okay, nice. So here is the tote bag.
There you go.
That's
The
very nice.
Nintendo Switch 2 branding and the Nintendo on the other side. They have not changed that logo in ever, I think. And then probably the best thing out of this entire thing, we have the Nintendo Switch 2 500 milliliter water bottle. I think it's 500
It looks
milliliter.
horrible. I hate it. It looks so ugly. It's just a PNG wrapped around fucking bottle.
I mean, it's probably one of the best things we got in here, though. And then
Better
we
than the
have
poster.
no, the poster. I'm not too big of a fan. We have obviously we got a little poster, and I thought it'd be something interesting, like maybe one of the games that was showcased there or something, or maybe
Yeah, I was thinking
collected
like
of
maybe
all the
Mario
day
Kart
one
or a
games.
picture of it of the console. No, it's just that.
Did they give you any
Thank you.
Nintendo makeup or anything?
No, they gave
Like,
us.
No.
Well, we get other stuff. We got a.
Yeah, we get a few other things,
we got
but yeah,
pen.
this is the thank you for coming to play
got
Nintendo
pen.
Switch 2, 11th through 13th of April. We got a pen. Yep, the Nintendo Switch
It's
2
upside
pen.
down.
I'm holding it upside down.
We got a pen, which
It'll
and then
focus
a
on
notebook. A
no,
Nintendo Switch 2
no, not
branded.
even a
Oh,
notebook.
it's
It's
a
sticky
sticky note.
notes.
Sorry, not notebook.
It's sticky notes with Nintendo Switch 2 branding.
I want to see what color the pen is. Hopefully it's not blue. It's red.
Oh god, if it's red, I'm gonna kill
Oh,
myself.
it's
Hold
black.
on.
Thank God.
Black, thank god, right.
Alright, that's good then.
So yeah.
If it was a red pen, I'd never use
And then
that.
we got 100 platinum points.
Oh, true that.
Well,
Yeah,
I
no.
got 400.
I still cannot.
But
Wait, you got 400?
yeah, because it was my birthday yesterday, so I got 300.
Oh yeah, birthday one.
And then
I never claim mine on my birthday 'cause I never
my
turn it
100.
on.
Ow. Wait, because you can't do anything with them anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I can't really check. Yeah, what do you do with them? I don't actually know.
You just buy like random garbage that no one ever wants.
Hmm.
Oh god, that bottle
Okay.
stinks.
I can't even see my 100 because I don't have my Switch at the minute. I lent it to a friend who's not used it, so if he's watching, fuck you. But
Mhm.
Yeah.
That
So
is.
that's the goodie bag.
I guess
And
everything.
here's the
Switch 2.
here's the bracelet that we got for to be able to participate.
There we go.
If I can get this. Oh my god, right. Yep.
Great content.
We were a part
Is this
of
the
the
first
we were
face
part of
cam
the
we're
thing
gonna have
event.
on the entire podcast? Probably.
Oh, wait, we're showing this? Oh,
I mean,
neat.
hey, if you want to show it, I don't mind.
Yeah, I don't mind. I've got my channel up anyway, so
But
my face is all over that.
yeah, that was a Switch 2. Looking forward to it
Mm-hmm.
in June 5th. So we'll
Nathan will
have
be anyway.
Mario Kart World review around. When is June 5th? Is that a Thursday?
Mm.
It's a Thursday.
All I know is I'm not going to hear from you for the next like 3 weeks.
So it's time for the news,
For the
Daniel.
news. Right. So, first things first, we'll hit the big ones. So, mark your calendars, ladies and gentlemen. We have an Xbox double feature this year with a Xbox Games Showcase followed by Outer Worlds 2 Direct on June 8th. Will we see the Silk Song final trailer?
Yes,
Yes.
I do
I
think that
firmly believe it.
this is not Silksong related. Outwards 2 Direct, that was definitely going to be Fable, the Fable remake, but because it was
Oh, yeah,
delayed,
probably.
it was pushed. Actually,
So, quick, what's the next thing releasing around that time?
but
That's hyped.
yeah, Silksong's going to be here. It's pretty
Oh,
obvious.
absolutely.
It's a day one Game Pass game.
Hmm
They definitely have the marketing.
But yeah, so stay tuned for that. We'll not be wearing the
Oh,
clown
we'll
fit. I
see.
fully respect Jacksepticeye for that, though.
Um,
That's another thing to mention quickly, though, before we quickly get too deep. We missed Jacksepticeye by 1 day, man.
yeah,
He
it was
was
on the
there the day
news.
before us.
The Xbox Game Showcase, I think, because last year was a really, really good one, where they showed off like games like Doom, The Dark Ages showed up there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of other games that I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was good, trust me, bro.
I
But
just remember being sat having my tea, look at my phone for a second. Oh, that wasn't last year. That was the year before. It was when they showcased the Ark remake.
yeah, I remember that. But this one, yeah, that's what, because he ended it with
Uh,
a Call of Duty Black Ops 6 look for the like
oh yeah,
campaign and stuff. So Outwards, hopefully, it's not. It's probably gonna be like a 15-minute look at Outwards 2, because I don't really know
likely.
what you can really show for the Outwards 2. Yeah, it's cool that it's happening. I wonder when we'll see Sony announce a state of play, if Nintendo will even do anything, because Summer Games Fest is the day after the Switch 2 launches. So, will we
Yeah.
get a direct in June?
Maybe.
I'm not sure.
No idea.
But to continue with the Xbox theme, I don't know whether this has been announced before or not, because I don't really pay attention to this game. But Revenge of the Savage Planet has been announced as
Oh,
a
yes.
Xbox Game Pass Day 1 on May 8th.
I love Revenge of the Savage.
Well, you like
I
Journey to the
love
Savage Planet.
Journey to the Savage Planet.
Yeah, I've
It's
not
really
heard of
good.
this franchise.
Do you guys mind if I talk about it a little bit?
Oh,
Go ahead.
Nathan, you've also played Journey to the Savage Planet. I
I
don't
have.
think we completed it though.
No.
It's a really fun game. There's all sorts you can do in it. So you end up on this planet. There's a guy called Brian, and you explore the planet, and you do all sorts, and you moisturize, and everything along the sorts, and you get these little orange goopy things, which you sew together, and then you can like you make your ship work and fly off. But this Journey to the Savage Planet it leaves a lot of questions, and I think they'll be answered in Revenge of the Savage Planet, because not many questions were answered in the DLC Hot Garbage. So hopefully, Revenge of the Savage Planet.
Is that the name of DLC, or is that just how you're describing it?
That is the name of the DLC.
Right.
But honestly, either or.
Oh, it is. Journey to the Savage Planet, hot garbage.
I genuinely
hey.
couldn't tell.
Fair enough.
But yeah, looking forward to it. Definitely will play.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, good to hear.
Wow, mediocre
Okay.
DLC for a mediocre game. Sorry, Julie's on the repeat.
Right, and now on to some more gaming news. We have quite a bad one here. Ubisoft, everyone's favorite
I love
developer.
Ubisoft.
We love Ubisoft here.
There's been a legal dispute between them and player base of the
Gamers.
Crew due to the shutdown. And
Not
they've
surprised.
recently come out with the statement of players don't own the games they buy, just a limited license to access them. Obviously, Ubisoft's been very vocal about this opinion for a while, but this is the probably most like just blunt, point blank statement of it they have ever put out.
I swear Ubisoft just complains so much. They're like an underage whiny child that's like
Yeah.
they just complain all the time.
We have to make good
Mhm.
games. I want to fucking
Exactly.
They didn't bring out slop. It'd be fine.
Yeah, they have some good games, right?
They just made the
They've
exact
they've
same
had some
game
good
every
games.
time.
Like
They're
Siege used to
ass.
be good, and then it became Siege, and then it was bad.
Siege is like the most like uninviting game ever to new players. Like if you have
Absolutely,
never
yeah.
played Siege, you will probably never play Siege, just because
hmm
that skill ceiling is just so high.
I think that's just the main
Which
problem with any like player versus player shooter nowadays, though.
yeah, I think Siege is the most egregious for it because of how toxic as well that fan base is.
That's fair.
How sweaty they all are. Because everyone knows
Yeah.
that they have superhuman hearing for Siege half the time.
hmm
It's insane the amount of plays.
Yeah.
But Ubisoft, we hate them here.
Yeah.
I think it was last week or the week before where they announced about a separate studio for just Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, Siege, and something else. I can't
I'll go
remember.
try and find it.
But so obviously I said at the very start of the year, I believe it was, that I think Ubisoft is going private, and they split off Siege developers.
hmm
So keep it coming, boys. Let's crash that company down to the ground. Because no
It
one
was
likes it.
just Siege, Assassin's Creed, and Far Cry.
Yeah. So they have a separate studio just for those series, which
Mhm.
cool. Actually, let's look at Ubisoft's stock. Hopefully it's plummeted. Oh, it's
Let's go
increased.
rub more salt into it.
It's actually in
Oh,
the
okay.
positives this time. Wow. Get it down. Get it down.
Nah,
Yeah.
we should have invested, man.
We hate Ubisoft. No one likes them.
Yeah.
Make good games for once. Took you
I
10
genuinely
years.
think the Twitter account for AC Shadows did more advertising than any mainstream like Ubisoft
Yeah.
campaign. And that was just ratioing Elon Musk.
And was his name Grums or something? They ratioed him.
Yeah, that's why.
Degenerate.
But
Yeah,
yeah, he
Ubisoft.
is.
Who would have guessed they're a bad company and they don't like us?
hmm
Almost, it's like it's taken us 10 years to figure this out.
Yep. And on to some more depressing news, or possibly depressing. The latest Titanfall 3 rumor it was that it was in development and would be releasing around or announced around the end of this year.
I actually have all
That has
the
been,
info,
yeah,
but
shot
I'll let you
down
do yours.
as not real, according to Jeff Grubb.
So yeah, so the info that we got was it was being made in Unreal Engine 5. It was almost complete. Single player campaign, live service with a battle pass, a main mode, extraction, and those other game modes like TDM, control, arenas, all Titanfall 2 classic modes, returning Apex Legends characters, and a weather system. And Jeff Grubb came out and was like, and his quote was, Titanfall 3 isn't real. It isn't in the works, let alone near completion and close to announcement for a 2026 release. Respawn is working on Apex Legends, Jedi 3, and the Bit Reactor Star Wars game. It then also has Steve Fukuda's Shunk Works project, which is years away. So, we're never getting Titanfall 3. I don't know why we think we're going to get Titanfall 3. We're never going to get that game does not exist. So, and we've just got to face the fact that it doesn't exist. Because even
And
Silksong is coming out before it. So, yeah.
No, it's all just lies. The garlic bread told me that Titanfall 3 is coming out, just like it told me Silk Song would be revealed at shown at the Nintendo Direct. The garlic bread was right, trust me.
Mm-hmm.
The media feed you lies. But anyways, I believe that covers all our gaming news, other than actually this. Nintendo's 480p camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much is that charged at, Nathan? Think you'll remember the price?
I don't know, because Game took it off the thing. I think it was like 35 or 40.
Yeah. You can get like a 1080p HDR camera at 60 FPS for like 25. So that is, if anyone buys that, I will be incredibly disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to be the
Well, so I'd say
laughing
that is
stock
the Piranha Plant camera, not the
Yeah, yeah,
base camera that they're selling.
yeah. That'll be
So,
like
That one
1080 at
is
50 quid.
I think I think that one is 1080p. But yeah. What else is there? Yeah, that's it for gaming news.
Yeah, no, this is completely it for gaming news. On to movies, and this is a really big thing. The Oscars have added a best stunts category.
That's
Good.
good.
Took them
God damn it, it's
too
taken a
long.
long time.
I've seen people saying, "Do you think Tom Cruise will delay Mission Impossible 8 just so then he can get a nomination?"
Just so we can get I would not be
Wouldn't
surprised.
I
surprise
could see
me.
him doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this begins in 2027 for the 100th Oscars.
Mhm.
And
Fair enough.
bit disappointed it isn't happening this year, but hey ho.
Good.
At least we're finally getting it, because god damn they deserve it. We've been saying this for a long time.
Mm. All it took was Ryan
Oh.
Gosling to boost us up there. We're gonna say
Mhm.
that anyway. Because like the entire marketing campaign for Fall Guy was just give us a stunt Oscar category, and then they
Yeah,
have.
absolutely.
So
Thank you, the Fall Guy.
thank you, Ryan Gosling. You're the
You're
best.
welcome.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, now on to some shows. 2 shows have been greenlit for a season, well, a season 2 and a season 3. I've accidentally put season 2 on that second one, but ignore that.
Yeah, I was
So,
gonna say.
we'll talk about this one as seen as it's relevant to tonight/tomorrow. The Last of Us season 3 has been greenlit. Obviously, season 2
Hooray!
comes out tomorrow for us here in the UK at 2 a.m. But
It's
tonight,
basically tonight.
yeah, it's basically tonight, yes. So yeah, be on the lookouts for that, and it has been greenlit for a season 3, which will continue the rest of the Last of Us 2 storyline.
Just kill this
Um,
franchise, man, please. I beg.
no,
Jesus'
Nathan, they've
sake.
got to re-release it more
They've got to
times. Like,
re-release they have to remake season one, and then they have to
actually,
remaster
that's
season
another thing
two.
we can talk about. That they are releasing a Last of Us collection. They cannot stop selling this game. They have an addiction.
Stop. Like I don't know if I think it is just a bundle, so it's not like they seamlessly transition from the first game into the 2nd game.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
just a
it's
little
just two separate
bundle.
games. So that's why
So yeah,
I don't have that big of an issue with it. It's just a bundle, like who fucking cares?
yeah, but they still just
Still.
love posting trailers to try and sell this game, even though it's like probably one of the most critically acclaimed games of all time. Both
Yeah.
of them.
It's
But yeah,
just
and then
stop.
yeah, and now on to something which is a much more fresh, I'd say, not re-released. The Devil May Cry anime has been greenlit for a season 2. I've not myself have not seen season 1. However, Nathan, you have watched it, haven't you?
I've seen a few
Yeah, you
episodes.
spoke about it.
I'm not finished it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh damn.
It's good.
I need to watch it.
Um, yeah, it's
Yeah.
good.
Would you be interested in seeing a season 2? I know it's difficult to say, seeing as you never
Yeah,
finish
because I haven't
shows, but
finished it. I mean, to people who finished it, they seem to really like it, so it's
yeah,
good
I only heard positive
to
things
continue the
about it.
story. Obviously, there's annoying. You get the DMC fans that act like it's the worst thing ever made. I saw something about the what was it? It was shows that hardcore fans hate but normies love, and there was stuff like Halo. That sucks, and then like the
That just
Fallout
sucks in
show.
general.
Yeah, I don't know
Haven't
what
watched
they're
it.
on crack,
Really?
like what crack they're taking on the Fallout show. I am a die-hard Fallout fan, and it was a good show.
There was another one there, and then they had
It
Devil
was
May
a very
Cry.
faithful adaptation.
Hmm.
Hmm. If Edge Runners was on there, I will
And
kill a
Edge
man.
Runners wasn't on there. What else was on that? I might try. I could try and find the tweet, but I cannot be asked. So yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
But yeah, no, I am looking forward to getting around to watching this, and obviously a season 2 is great.
Hmm.
So yeah, great news. And I think, is there anything else that we've got? That is all. Okay.
So actually, hang on. Oh, I found it. I found it. It was Fallout, Devil May Cry, Halo, and The Witcher. That's it.
I've heard good things about the early seasons of The Witcher
I've
as
heard
well.
like, I mean,
Yeah.
which I've heard like mixed things about. I think I've heard it gets worse the more it goes on.
Yeah.
But at least Fallout's good. I mean, Halo sucks. Don't watch that.
Yeah, Halo. That's
Oh,
fair. That's
Halo
fair.
was
That's
horrendous.
ass. I mean,
I
Devil May
think
Cry's
I
fine.
watched. I think I've watched the most Halo in the group, and
I
I
watched the
really want.
first
Master
episodes, and oh my god, I couldn't. I just couldn't watch anymore.
The Master Cheeks were not a good addition.
It's like just that take, man, about like how
You
Master
cannot
Chief
show
can't
it
show
like
emotion with his
emotion
helmet
through the
on.
helmet.
Like,
Halo 4 is the best example of how you easily can. Like I think Halo 4 and Infinite are probably like the most emotion. And guess what? He wears a mask in it all.
It's such a
It's
dumb
such a
take.
brain dead take. Yeah.
And then the Fallout one, like, obviously it's obviously rage bait, but so I
Oh
think
yeah.
that's just dumb to say. But there are definitely people who believe this though. So,
hmm
but yeah,
It's Twitter. What do you expect?
exactly. What's what?
I absolutely hate this platform, and I only ever access it on a Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
I love Twitter.
No, you don't.
Never
Don't
use
like
it.
it. So there we go. Well, now what?
I don't know. That's everything. I mean,
We
this
don't
week's not
do
segments.
segments anymore, so we can't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, we
I mean, I can talk about Stellaris.
No,
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 end the episode.
no.
Okay,
We're
thank you,
doing.
ladies and gentlemen. No,
We gotta do what
no,
we've been
Nathan, we can't
playing.
take the risk.
Bye, everyone.
No, we're doing what we've been playing, and
Oh,
it's
okay,
all
Right.
never mind.
Would you like to start us off then, Nathan, as soon as you're so insistent?
Okay.
Let's switch things up a bit.
Playing. When did I play Lost Legacy? That was last week, wasn't it? Yes. I've just been playing Mario Kart, I guess, gaming wise. Oh, a little bit of Stellar Blade in there as well. Hogwarts Legacy, I completely dropped that game. I'm not going back. I cannot be asked. The story is just not very good, and it's just kind of boring. Now, maybe that's just because I do not like Harry Potter, which I'm sure
It's not black
it is
and white
just
and
that.
French, which is Nathan's preference.
And it's not black and white French. Show wise, the Goat came back last week, which I forgot to mention. Like, damn, I forgot to mention that One Piece came back after 6 months.
Boring.
New episode that was really good.
Ow.
Next week's gonna be better though. But it's film time. What have we got? I don't actually remember. Yeah, I watched Sherlock Jr. You guys know what Sherlock Jr. is? It's black and white. It's not French. It's a Buster Keaton film. Who is like this? I think he should get a post-mortem award, Buster Keaton, for his stunts, because, I mean, he is like the stunt guy in Hollywood. Like, his stunts are insane. But I did fall asleep during it. So I won't lie. But that was really good. Stop Making Sense is a recording of a Talking Heads concert, and it's one of the best things I've ever seen in my entire life. It's absolutely amazing. I watched A Silent Voice, which absolutely killed me.
I do still need to watch that.
It's an absolutely beautiful film that I cried the entire way through.
What's it about?
So I won't go. Obviously, I won't go to spoil it. I'll tell you like the start. So this kid, this girl goes to they joins this kind of this school. It's an anime film. So I would recommend you watch Isaac for your anime thing.
Yeah.
This girl, she starts at this new school and she's deaf. So this kind of group of kids they bully her. Well, this boy starts bullying her, and like everyone kind of joins in because she's deaf. That's the reason why he starts bullying her, and he calls like all of this money in damages to like her hearing aids, and
Okay.
then everyone kind of gets kind of ratted out, and they all blame him, and then he gets bullied. So for like the past 5 years, he's kind of shut himself off from everyone, and because he's much older now, he realizes what he did was not good. He was a bad person, and he is. He's not likable at the start. So it's kind of his redemption to kind of redeem his past and the hurt that he brought to this person. And it's absolutely amazing. I highly recommend it. Really depressing though, but in a nice way at the end. So I would love to read the manga because the manga expands on it a lot more with like the side characters and stuff.
Yeah.
But amazing. Honestly, we got to update the top favorite films episode now. I'm in love.
Well, we knew that would probably end up getting updated at some
Yeah,
point.
no, considering we do it yearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I then the day after watched Your Name, which a lot of people have been talking about for years. And it was also really good animation. the story. The story's intriguing, but there is massive plot holes, which I can't talk about for spoilers. And the
Lovely.
music slaps. Radwimps, goated. Um, I would say I preferred a silent voice because the emotional moments in this, they're emotional, but they don't hit me like a silent voice did. But again, I really recommend Your Name. And then last night for my birthday, I rewatched Fantastic Mr. Fox, which is just goated. I love Fantastic Mr. Fox. My mom doesn't like that film actually. She says it makes her feel sick when she watches it, which I will never understand. But hey, guess people don't understand true art. So that's everything I saw this week. Who's next?
Daniel, if you
All
want.
right. Okay. I guess I'll go. Also, Isaac, just like what I put in chat real quick. Anyway,
Okay.
so to start my week off, we'll go with gaming, in which we have started a new Minecraft realm. So that was mainly the first thing I did this week.
Oh yeah, that's what I forgot about.
hmm And on top of that, a lot more Helldivers, as seen as one of our friends is now back from holiday. Last few days, we have been playing a lot of it, including making our default difficulty now difficulty 10.
Yes.
We are truly moving up in the world. Continuing my Cyberpunk 2077 run, I played a random indie game that I found on Steam, which is like a color by number thing. Nathan found it.
Oh yeah,
I just played it.
I've played like 10 seconds of that thing.
Yeah. But other than that, not really much. We've not even finished the Phasmo Weekly because nobody responded to me on the group chat. So fuck those two.
Oh,
I've said fuck you to someone twice this episode.
and the same person.
Yep,
Good.
absolutely brilliant. Anyway. And that is pretty much it for games. However, this week I have binged the entirety of a show that Nathan's been recommending me a while
Oh,
called Kaguya-sama Love is War.
goaded.
I think it was about a year, maybe a bit more than that ago, that you first watched it and then wouldn't shut up about it for like a
I
couple
first
weeks
watched it
straight.
in August. I binge watched it in like 3 days, I
hmm
believe.
Yeah, same here.
So
And I'm in fact also in the process of reading the manga because apparently there's supposed to be more after the end of the final season dash movie. And yeah, I just wanted to find it out. So I've just finished the sports thing arc. So yeah,
well, are
making our way
you
through.
reading the manga from the start or just
Yeah, from the start.
okay? I was just wondering that.
Obviously, I want to see what I missed.
I've not.
There's a fair few chapters that aren't included in the anime.
I've not read the manga. I read like little. I think I've read like 4 chapters past where the film ends. So hopefully we
Yeah,
get season 4. I know they've been working on solo leveling,
yeah.
which I did not know about.
I don't know whether, but yeah,
So
even though I don't know when if it's been confirmed for a season 3 yet or not for solo leveling.
I wouldn't be surprised if it does soon, just because of how
It better.
popular it is.
Yeah, it better.
There was also the anime awards, which was this week. Right, I mean, with the
Is
solo
it
leveling.
done now?
Oh, there's voting, which
Oh
we
yeah,
voted
okay.
for.
So it's currently voting. Yeah, we've done our votes.
So Free Ren's probably gonna win because it's Free Ren.
Yeah,
But
I think it's between those two.
it's either Free Ren and probably just solo leveling because it's more popular.
Yeah,
I don't think solo leveling will win though, just because how much people fucking love Free Ren, and the fact that it's like the highest rated anime on my anime list as well. So
yeah. But you also got to remember that solo leveling holds a record for the most liked episode of anime on Crunchyroll,
that's true.
along with the record for the most disliked, which was
But
absolutely
yeah, I
stupid
still
because that
think
was a
Free Ren will
beautiful
win.
episode. But
Is
no,
it
our
true?
votes
Because
are still
wasn't that episode though like
It was
was
what
like
the
no action or
entire like
something?
series have been building up to.
Was it action heavy or not?
Uh, Not particularly, no.
There you go.
But
That's probably why.
it was the whole reason he'd been doing everything to that point, though. So honestly, anime fans are like some of the most retarded fans I've ever met.
Shonen anime fans. Because
Nah, just anime fans.
what other people
I'm in
fighting?
a lot of I'm in a lot of different areas, and a lot of them are stupid.
Yeah, I mean maybe I'll start solo leveling. It's not really piqued my interest because
I'd
from what
recommend
I've
it.
heard, a
It
lot of
really
people
is
just
nice.
go, it's just like aura farming and peak and like hype moments, which is like sure that's cool, but
I'd say early season, it's quite intriguing. I can't really get into the rest without spoilers, but it's not as bad as JJK, but it's definitely a wasted potential thing with some areas.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, even then they can fix it with, like, via the animation, because there are fair few things that they've been changing via the anime. So yeah, there's still hope. But yeah, and then what else have I been doing this week? Obviously, we had the Switch 2 Expo, which talked about. What else have I done? I guess I've just been continuing to watch Daredevil Born Again. I'll give my full review when the finale comes out.
What's that next week?
I'm hoping. I believe it's in the next few days.
Well, I
I'm
guess this.
hoping I've timed my subscription perfectly,
Hmm.
but I can only pray.
Well, that's everything.
Yeah,
Isaac,
that's pretty much just me.
Yeah.
what have you been playing
Um.
or watching?
Honestly, Minecraft, done a bit of that. Gonna keep doing that more.
Mm.
To be honest, just
Hmm.
kind of been chilling the last few days. Been playing Helldivers. Like Daniel said, our friend Ben has got back. We've been running Super Helldive, which has been actually really fun. In all honesty, besides that one mission earlier, Daniel, that the
Screw
raise
the
the
flags.
flag when the impaler got stuck under the floor and we were waiting for like 20 minutes to get it to work, and then we
Mhm.
still didn't get it to work. Anyway, I've also been playing a lot of Stellaris.
Oh,
Absolutely loving Stellaris. Actually, some Stellaris news this week. Um,
God.
let me just get up what it's called.
No.
There's a new DLC for the PC.
All right, we're ending
which
it here.
is
Because
no, we're not ending it yet. I'm just mentioning what it's called.
if you go into detail with these
Um,
patch notes, I will kill you.
I'm not going to go into detail on the patch notes. It's called Biogenesis. It's something that I've been looking forward to for a long time for Stellaris because I love the genetic evolution sort of stuff. So very glad that they're doing that. And of course, when it finally comes out on Xbox in about 20 years' time, because we're so far behind, I will be getting it along with all the other DLCs. So yeah, all I wanted to say, and that's basically everything I've done. I've not really watched anything besides the Rookie. I've been keeping up to date with the Rookie. I'm really enjoying the show. I think all the characters at the minute are good characters, except Bailey. She's just annoying. But yeah, absolutely not been doing much. Just Helldivers.
Mhm.
You know, but I really don't get up to much with with the uni taking over a lot of time in it.
Well, I guess is that everything?
Yep.
What about Isaac's indie inspection?
Isaac's indie inspection.
Actually, no, because don't use this as an excuse to talk about Stars. Actually, no, don't, because you were gonna sneak Stars.
No, well that's the only indie game I've played.
That's not really. Is that really an indie game?
Okay, no indie
Paradox doesn't
inspection
really
this
count
week.
No,
for
it's not an
indie
indie game.
studio.
But anyway,
We also
I've been
killed
doing
fellow favorites.
crosswords. Yeah.
Crosswords.
Oh, if we're talking about
Um,
those, I can talk about I've been playing Sudoku.
I saw you playing on the train.
Yeah. The guy next to me just kept watching.
Sudoku is good, honestly.
Oh yeah, it's a banger. I've
Well,
unlocked expert mode in my the app that I'm using.
mhm.
Beat it in 9 minutes, I think.
Wow.
Was it 7? Either way, between those 2 times.
And then you fell asleep. you,
Yep. Look,
you,
I
it
was
was
tired.
funny. Just seeing you're just
Weirdo
flop
watching me
about.
sleep.
Well, 'cause I was gonna go sleep, and then I looked to you and I thought, oh, if you're asleep, I don't want to like us both sleep, and then we miss our stuff.
It would have been funny if the train crashed whilst you were both sleeping.
Thanks, Isaac.
Yeah, no
Good night.
worries.
Well, I guess that's it. If that's it,
Yep.
then Daniel,
Right. Okay
then we'll go
then.
for real this time.
Thank you all very much for watching this episode. We hope you have enjoyed as usual. And we will see you next week.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.